Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man in a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah. Well, my hands are shaky and my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think of when you have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up.
Cocktail lounge. No, it's quiet in here at the moment. Trouble in the Hawaiian suite. Oh, I had a feeling there might have been. The DJ came in here for his break and was bleeped suddenly to go back. It's a hen night in there, isn't it? They were in earlier getting tanked up on my specials. Oh, well, they were rather boisterous when they left here. Elvis Impersonator, you say? He's just limped in, looking all shook up. No need to bother the bouncers. I'm sure I can handle this. He looks fairly harmless. I'll hit the button if I need any help. Well, this is a first for me. The king of rock and roll lurching into my cocktail bar, jumpsuit in tatters.
It's a first for me too. I've just been assaulted on stage by a group of wild women.
Ah, the penny drops, along with your shiny baubles.
Huh? Oh, it was awful. They were like savages.
Yes, I expect they were. You're in shock. You need a drink.
What baubles?
The gems and pearls that are attached to your jumpsuit, they're coming off in drifts.
Oh, no. They're quite difficult to source. I'd better go and pick them up.
We can do that later. Now just sit quietly and sip your brandy. It's good for shock. I did say sip, not gulp.
Thanks. Oh, I'm sorry. I've left my wallet.
No problem, I'll open a tab. So, Elvis, what actually happened? Didn't they like your act?
I don't really know. I did what I always do. I ran on stage and went straight into a rock and roll medley. You know, blue suede shoes, jailhouse rock, ending with all shook up. What's funny? I see. Well, I'm glad the irony isn't lost on you. Anyway, then I usually have a bit of banter with the audience. That's how I do it. I ask if anyone has any requests, that kind of thing. Usually I invite the anniversary couple to take to the floor and lead the first dance, just like they would have done on their wedding day.
Hang on, you're in the Hawaiian suite, right?
Yes.
Ah, the mists are clearing. There's no anniversary party in there, it's a hen night.
What? Well, it's not supposed to be.
Well, I can assure you it is. They were all in here earlier getting tanked up on cocktails. Rowdy bunch they were as well.
My agency told me it was a 40th wedding anniversary party. I thought there seemed to be a lot of screaming going on, but the lights were very bright, so I couldn't really tell who was out there. You never can when you're on stage. Anyway, it's not very professional to make too much eye contact with the punters.
Didn't you realise when you arrived and saw the notice on the door?
I didn't see it. I was a little late, so they let me in through the back door and I went straight into the dressing room. I'd been here before. I let the DJ know I'd arrived via the intercom and he buzzed me when I was needed. Thinking back, he did give me rather a big build-up. Perhaps I should have been suspicious when he said, "Move over, Magic Mike, here's Elvis and his magic pelvis." Then he cued my music before disappearing for his break.
Ah, now it all makes sense. The DJ. I'm Chris, by the way.
And I'm Simon.
The DJ popped in here about 30 minutes ago for a quick whiskey. He was surprised when he was bleeped to go back so quickly. Now I know why. He muttered something about the bloody male stripper having bottled it.
Male stripper? I'm not a male stripper. Why on earth did they think I was going to take my clothes off?
Well, I guess that's what they booked. A lot of the hens like that kind of thing. It's no worse than the stag do's.
But my agency would never have taken a booking like that for me. I think I know what's happened.
What?
We've had a temp taking the bookings for the last month. Perhaps he thought I did that kind of an act. Oh, Chris, those women were merciless. I got through the rock and roll medley and then asked if there were any requests. Oh, no. I told them I had a large repertoire.
You didn't. They would have thought that was all part of the act. What happened then?
It all became rather primitive. They began chanting, "Get 'em off! Show us your repertoire!"
The classic chanting, all part of the ritual. Mob hysteria would have been setting in. I know a bit about this, actually. I'm writing a dissertation on it. So what happened then?
They stormed the stage and started ripping at my clothes. One of them jumped on my back and I went sprawling. Oh, it did my gammy knee no good at all. I scrambled up and made a run for it. That's how I ended up in here.
Ice pack?
I beg your pardon?
For your knee, it might help.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I've done a bit of rugby physio in my time. There you go. This should keep the inflammation down. You can keep the napkin.
Thanks.
To add to your misery, I doubt you're going to get paid for tonight.
Oh, I don't care about that. I'm more worried about the photos they were taking with their phones. If one of them gets into the local paper, I'm going to be in big trouble.
Well, it's a mix-up. I'm sure your wife will understand when you explain.
That's not what I'm worried about. I don't have a wife. But there is someone I have to answer to. You see, when I'm not performing as Elvis for anniversary and birthday parties, I'm a vicar.
I still can't believe you booked a male stripper for my hen night.
Well, the girls kept going on about how great Magic Mike is. And I know you went to see him, so I thought you'd like it. It's not my cup of tea, I can tell you. I found making the booking quite embarrassing. Oh, look, there's some pearls and rubies over there. We must be on the right trail. And besides, I wanted it to be special. I remembered you saying you didn't even have a hen night for your first wedding.
Well, that's because John and I chose to get married in the Seychelles with just our closest family there, and a hen night wasn't part of the package.
Yes, well, I know what a disaster it all was for you.
Finding out on my wedding night that my sister was pregnant with my husband's child was a bit more than a disaster. Oh, we should probably draw a veil, excuse the pun, over my sister and now brother-in-law.
Which is why I thought you'd want all the bells and whistles this time round. Still, you have the gorgeous Ollie now, the hero firefighter who saved your life. It was just so romantic.
Saved my life. He jumped over the fence and put out the barbecue. I wasn't really in danger of death. He just turned off the gas. He is quite romantic, though. To think for 3 years I had a handsome firefighter living next door and we'd never met. However, getting back to this evening, thank goodness the DJ managed to calm everyone down. Remind me what the agency said when you rang them.
The chap who runs their out-of-hours number said it looked as though there was some confusion over the booking details. They had it down as a 40th wedding party. I explained it was meant to be a hen stroke 40th party. Oh, trust you to have your hen night on your birthday.
As I recall, it was your idea to combine the two. I didn't want to celebrate my 40th birthday anyway.
He went on to say they don't have an Elvis stripper. They only have 2 acts who take their clothes off. A Wham tribute act called Wham Bam and a Barry Manilow one called Barely Manilow. He apologised and said there must have been a mix-up when we booked, so I guess that's down to me. However, we can have our money back.
Oh dear, that poor man. Did you see what Claire did to him?
No, I was right at the back, but I did hear the howl of pain when he hit the ground.
Oh, this is awful. I can't believe we turned into such animals. And I'm including myself in that.
Well, as the song goes, girls just want to have fun.
Elvis certainly didn't think it was much fun. Oh, there's another load of gems on the carpet here.
You're a vicar? Blimey, that's a bit of a turn-up. I would have thought you were allowed to do this kind of thing.
Oh, there are some rules to follow. It's not a dictatorship. We're allowed to express ourselves in our own way. In fact, it's quite important that we do. Anyway, my act is extremely innocent. It started off a couple of years ago when I began singing some of Elvis's early gospel songs at a couple of fundraising events. Gradually, I added in a few of his rock and roll numbers, and it all went from there.
The act was born. Another drink?
Yeah. Oh, can I have some Coke in the brandy this time? And have one yourself, Chris.
Thanks, I'll put it on the tab.
Anyway, everything I earn with my Elvis act, I donate to charity. The diocese know I do it. I mainly play village halls and local festivals. But then one of my church wardens suggested signing up with an agency he knew. He said I'd make a lot more money if I did, so I thought I'd give it a whirl. I've had several bookings through them, and they have all paid really well. In fact, I played a big golden wedding here only last month.
Well, I think that's really good. Vicars like you make God more approachable.
Yes, that's as maybe. But generally, we are not meant to take our clothes off in public to do it. Bishop Julie will flip her lid when she hears I've been performing as a male stripper.
You haven't.
Look, if this gets into the local press, or even on social media, it won't matter whether I did it or not. You know what they say about the tendency for mud to stick.
It may double your congregation if word gets out. I can see you now on page 3 of the Church Times, wearing nothing but a dog collar and an Elvis wig.
You read the Church Times?
I might have flipped through the odd copy. I'm studying for a degree in psychology with the Open University, so I read all sorts.
Ah, hence your dissertation.
Well remembered.
That's just part of the job. Pastoral care has a good memory at its core, we were taught. And speaking of my wig, I appear to have lost that too.
I recognise that voice.
Well, it looks like you're about to have another trip down memory lane, Rev. Here comes the bride.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, hello. Again?
We've been following your trail.
My trail?
All the gemstones from your costume. Here.
Oh, thanks.
We also have your clothes. The DJ let us into the dressing room. Look, we're terribly sorry about the mix-up. Anna's spoken to the agency and they've explained that you don't... Well, that you're not one of the acts that...
Takes their clothes off?
Yes.
Hello, I'm Anna.
Simon.
I have some more of your beads. Oh, and here's your wig.
Oh, you found it. Good. That's rather an essential part of my costume. The famous Elvis quiff and sideburns.
You look much better without it.
Well, thank you.
Yes. Well, I guess we better go back and see what the other girls are up to. They were starting on tequila slammers when we left them. You must let us know how much your costume costs to have repaired.
Yes, I know a really good dressmaker. Actually, she made my bridesmaid's dress. I'm sure she can make your jumpsuit as good as new.
That's very kind of you. But one of my the seamstress who made the costume, she can probably sort it out for me. Look, I'll just go and get changed and then perhaps we could all have a drink together.
Oh, yes.
Well, yes, I suppose we could.
Libby, why don't you go and check on the girls? There's no need for both of us to go. I'll wait here and chat to the barman until Simon gets back.
Okay.
I won't be long.
I'm Chris, by the way. You girls certainly know how to have a good time. Poor Simon didn't know what had hit him.
I know. He's kind of cute. Do you think he'll forgive us?
Probably. That's kind of what he does.
How do you mean?
He's a vicar.
No. Oh, you're having me on. You're shaking your head. So you're not having me on?
No.
Oh, no, I feel 3 times as bad as I did. Wait till Claire finds out she jumped on the back of a vicar and knocked him to the ground.
Where's Claire now?
Oh, last seen heading to the ladies with an ice bucket held in front of her. She was the one who drank 8 porn star martinis because they looked pretty.
I remember her. Boy, is she going to have a headache in the morning.
What's in those exactly?
Champagne, vodka, passion liqueur, lime juice, vanilla liqueur. Then the pretty bit is the float of passion fruit to top it off.
Very passionate. So, Simon's a vicar then?
You sound interested.
No. Just wondering why a vicar dresses up as Elvis.
Apparently he does it for charity.
Oh, how sweet.
You do fancy him.
What? I hardly know him. He's quite cute without the wig. But he'll almost certainly be married, so he's a no-go anyway.
He's not, as it happens.
How do you know?
Well, he was fretting about this fiasco getting into the local rag, and I thought it was because he'd get a rollicking from his wife, but he said he didn't have one. He was more concerned about his bishop finding out.
Oh, it won't get in the paper anywhere else. The girls are all too drunk to even think about something like that.
If you don't mind me saying, you hold your drink well.
I don't drink. Apart from the occasional glass of champagne as a toast, but then I prefer to dilute that with orange juice.
You were the one drinking the virgin mojitos earlier on.
Yeah, that was me.
Made to my own special recipe. What did you think?
Oh, you're not fishing for compliments, are you, Chris? Yeah, they were very refreshing. Oh, that's mine. Hi, Libby. Oh, well, Simon's not back yet, and I think I should stay and sort out about the costume repairs with him. Of course not. You go on, and I'll catch up with you all there. Which nightclub are you going to? Yeah, I know the one. Fine. I'll see you there later. No problem. Bye.
That's better. And now I've got my wallet.
A transformation. Hardly recognise you with your clothes on, Vicar.
Oh, ha ha. Now, Anna, what can I get you?
A virgin mojito, please.
Oh, what?
It's a mocktail. It's just sparkling water, lime juice, and mint.
And honey syrup. Don't forget that. Unless you're a vegan, and then I add a dash of sugar. Another brandy and coke, or can I interest you in a cocktail this time?
No, I had better not start mixing them. I shall have to leave my car here and take a taxi home as it is.
Oh, I can give you a lift home, if you like.
That's very kind of you, but you should be careful who you offer lifts to.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be safe with you. After all, you're a vicar.
Yes, as Chris keeps pointing out to everyone. Look, it really is kind of you, Anna, but I can't let you. Besides, you're out with your friends on a hen night.
Oh, they've all gone on to a nightclub.
Don't you want to go?
Well, I should be joining them later, but I can easily take you home en route.
It is lovely of you, but I live on the other side of town, and anyway, I've just booked a taxi. Thank you for the offer, though.
Here are your drinks. You might be more comfortable sitting at one of the tables rather than propping up the bar.
Yes, shall we?
Good idea.
So, Anna, you know what I do for a living? How about you?
I'm a hairdresser. Here's my card.
I've walked past your salon many times. You're in my parish.
You must be the vicar at St. Cecilia's. My sister and I used to sing in the choir when we were teenagers. My grandparents are both buried there.
Oh, What name?
Watson. Emery is my married name, or I should say was my married name.
So, you're divorced?
Oh, any day now, when the decree absolute comes through.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's okay. I'm over the hurt. We've been apart for 5 years now. Luke was in the Marines. He left me for another man, a brother officer. It was all very painful at the time. I think I could have coped with it easier if he'd left me for another woman.
Yes, that must have been very difficult. Do you have any children?
No, we couldn't. How about you? Chris says you're not married.
Chris says quite a lot. I'm a widower. Oh, it always makes me feel quite ancient when I say that. Sarah died in a car accident 7 years ago.
Oh.
I miss her dreadfully. But I'm blessed to have twin teenage daughters to remind me of the love we shared. It was very hard for them, particularly, losing their mum at 13.
I bet you're a great dad.
I try. I make lots of mistakes, but we get through. They're both away at university now, and I moved the same time that they did. There were just too many bittersweet memories in the village community where we'd all been so happy together.
So you decided to make a fresh start?
Yes, something like that. Anyway, you need to catch up with your hen party, and my taxi should be here at any moment. It's been lovely to meet you, Anna. Perhaps I'll see you around the parish sometime?
Perhaps. Oh, please let me know how much the costume repairs are. Libby and I will pay.
All right. Thank you again. Good night, Anna.
Good night.
Good night, Chris.
Night, Rev.
Whew.
You okay, Anna?
Yes, of course. What a nice guy. Nevertheless, I feel I've just been given the brush off.
He likes you.
I don't think so. He won't have forgotten it was me who booked a male stripper. He probably thinks I'm a bit of a tart.
Trust me, Anna, I'm a great observer of human nature. Nothing much escapes me, and he likes you.
Well, if you say so. I better go and find those naughty hens. Thanks, Chris. Night.
Hello? Oh, they've put me on hold again. I'm finding this all very stressful. It's my wedding day and there is yet no sign of my bouquets. Hello? Yes, I know the church flowers arrived yesterday because the flower arrangers would have been crawling the walls by now if they hadn't. However, the bridal bouquets are supposed to be delivered to the house this morning. 17 Park Avenue. No! Look, it's 11:45 now and the wedding's at 1 o'clock. Yes, please. Thank you. They're checking with the driver and then they'll ring me back.
Deep breaths, Libby. Everything will be fine. Look, there's plenty of time. Now, let's just try your headdress on before I finish teasing your hair into place.
This tiara is gorgeous. I still can't believe you made it. All that intricate filigree work and glittering rhinestones.
Rhinestones? How dare you? They're diamonds. Oh, I wanted to do something special for you on your big day. I've loved doing the jewellery making course and it's been a welcome diversion from filling in divorce papers and you know what that's like.
Not really, no. My marriage was annulled due to non-consummation. I always thought that was quite funny as there had been plenty of that going on before we were married, with me and my sister.
I think you've been very gracious inviting little Emily to be a flower girl.
Well, she is quite a sweet thing and it's not her fault. Mum and Dad were keen to involve her and after all she is my niece. My sister Alice is coming, but John's not. He still finds family gatherings a bit of a trial.
What does Ollie think?
That life's too short. He actually invited John on his stag night, but he didn't go. Speaking of which, I suppose you heard they stripped poor Ollie down to his Calvin Kleins and tied him to the village sign.
No, I hadn't heard. Stripping seems to be a bit of a motif for this wedding.
Oh, by the way, have you heard from Elvis the vicar about his costume repairs?
Oh, not a dicky bird. He did mention that the person who made it could probably do the repairs for him.
Oh, it's a shame we're not getting married at St. Cecilia's. Give you an excuse to meet him again.
And why would I want to do that?
Anna?
Well, I did think he was quite nice, but I'm not interested in men at the moment. And now I have my decree absolute. Oh, it came through on Monday, by the way. I intend to find a manager for the salon and then do some travelling.
Really? Well done you.
Well, I'm 48 later this year, and if I don't do it now, I never will.
Oh, I think you're wonderful. So, where are you going?
Haven't quite decided. But I definitely want to visit my cousin in New Zealand, so I just need to decide on the route there and back.
Well, good for you. You deserve some happiness. How does the veil look from the back?
Beautiful.
Yes? Oh, no. Well, that's no good. Yes, but they'll have been out of water all night. I hope you're right. If I get to the church and find droopy bouquets, there will be hell to pay. They only delivered them to the church yesterday with the rest of the flowers.
Oh, dear. Calm down. The flower arrangers probably realised and put them into water.
Oh, I know I'm a control freak, but...
Oh, ring Ollie and check.
But isn't that unlucky on the morning of the wedding?
No, that's him seeing you, not you speaking to him.
Oh, the cars will be here soon anyway, so we might as well just wait. Anna? You're not in your dress yet.
Oh, it won't take me 5 minutes. You may have to help me with the lacing, though. To be honest, it was a little snug at the final fitting, but that was a week ago, and I've been living on cottage cheese and apples since then, so with any luck it'll fit perfectly.
Oh, it's a message from Ollie. Apparently he's at the church. Oh no, the vicar's been taken ill. Oh, but not to panic, as there's a replacement on the way. Sounds a bit like a bus service. Oh, the bouquets are there.
Oh.
And someone put them in the fridge to keep them fresh. Oh, thank heavens. And, oh no, that bit's just for me. Oh.
You love birds. My dress?
Oh.
Ow. Breathe.
Are you
breathe.
sure you've been dieting all week?
Oh, ow.
Oh, the top doesn't quite meet all the way up. Breathe in.
Oh.
Harder. Oh, it's no good. There's a 2-inch gap at the top. You'll have to wear your hair down. That way nobody will see it.
Oh, no. It's going to look a complete mess. I put it up into the chignon while it was still damp.
I'll undo the clip and we'll see. Actually, it looks lovely. Look, you have lush auburn waves cascading around your shoulders. Very pretty woman.
Actually, it doesn't look too bad, does it?
Anna, love, the car's here for you.
Oh, thanks, Dad. She's on her way. Thank you for everything, Anna.
Oh, it's been my pleasure. You look beautiful. Ollie is a lucky man. Mwah.
Mwah.
See you at the church.
Oh, Anna, you're here. You look lovely. That dress is such a pretty shade of blue. We've had a bit of a last-minute hiccup. The vicar's in hospital with appendicitis. However, they have found a replacement. Oh, here he is now.
Hello, Anna.
Simon?
Oh, do you two know each other?
We have met. Simon is the vicar at St. Cecilia's, where my salon is.
Oh, right. Well, I'll leave you to it then. Come on, Emily. Let's go and look out for Grandpa and Auntie Libby.
I believe these are your bouquets. I presume the larger one's for the bride, so I'll hold on to that if you like. Save you juggling.
Thank you. What are you doing here?
I had a phone call this morning asking if I could fill in. I didn't realise it was Libby's wedding until several of the hens turned up and started singing Blue Suede Shoes. Badly. The names on the registers, though, they're Oliver and Isabel.
Oh, everyone assumes Libby is short for Elizabeth. I hope the girls didn't embarrass you too much.
A little bit, but I've dealt with worse.
So, how is your costume?
I understand it's having surgery this weekend. The seamstress has given a fairly good prognosis.
Well, remember what I said?
I can remember everything you said. The shade of your dress really brings out the violet colour in your eyes.
Does it? Thank you. They're not contacts.
I never thought for one moment that they were. These wedding flowers, they're lovely. I like the English country garden theme.
Yes, Libby wanted them to look as natural as possible. At one point, I thought we'd end up picking wild flowers on the way to the church, but we managed to talk her out of that idea when her dad pointed out they would be full of little black flies and things. I think I'll put my bouquet on my grandparents' grave tomorrow. They'd like that.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure they would.
Do you often take weddings at short notice?
When necessary. We all help each other out, whether it's a wedding, a funeral, or a christening.
Are you coming to the reception?
Well, the groom has asked me. Apparently Phoebe was going to go. I hadn't quite decided.
Well, you should come.
I think I might.
It's at the same hotel where we had the Hen Night. All part of the deal.
That should bring back a few memories. Here comes the bride.
Cocktail lounge. Oh, hi, Helen. I didn't know you were working reception tonight. Oh, I see. No, it's pretty quiet in here at the moment. I think the speeches are still going on in the Royal Suite, and I don't think there's anything on in the Hawaiian tonight, is there? They'll all begin drifting in when the music starts getting too loud. Oh, in fact, I see an old friend has already had enough. Must go. Speak later. Bye. Hello, Anna.
Hello, Chris. Good to see you.
So how did the wedding go?
Oh, it was the most romantic wedding ever. Libby and Ollie make such a lovely couple. Oh, and you'll never guess. Simon married them. Apparently, Reverend Phoebe was rushed to hospital with appendicitis late last night.
Ah, God does move in mysterious ways.
I don't know about that.
So you had the chance to see him again?
Yes. Actually, he's here somewhere.
Is he? Do I smell a budding romance?
No. Well, I don't know. Anyway, that's of no consequence because I've decided to take 6 months out and travel the world. The last thing I want is to start any new relationship just now.
Well, good for you. Let's have a drink to you and travelling. What will it be?
The usual. I've had my one celebratory glass of champagne. Besides, I daren't drink anything too much. My dress is a little snug. In fact, I daren't even sit down again. I'm sure one of the seams is about to give.
Well, the pulled-in look really suits you. One Virgin Mojito coming up. Hello, Rev.
Do you have to keep on calling me that?
It's not compulsory, but I probably will. Drink?
Yes. I'll have what Anna's having.
The FTSE 100 index will be going through the roof with you two ordering drinks. Coming up.
I wondered where you'd got to. I thought I should check you were okay. I noticed that you hardly ate anything. Just pushed everything around on your plate several times.
Shh, Chris.
Am I missing something here?
No, I'm fine. My stomach's just in knots. It's been a nerve-wracking kind of day.
Have you heard about her plans to travel the world?
Yes. Anna was telling everyone on our table. It sounds very exciting. Shall we sit down?
Yes. No. I'd quite like to stand here at the bar.
Yes, stay and let me listen.
Okay. So, when do you go?
I have to find a manager for the salon first. None of the staff I currently employ want to take it on.
Yes, I suppose it's difficult. Finding someone you can trust, someone your other employees like, well, someone the customers like, and someone who only wants a 6-month contract.
Well, yes, especially when you put it like that.
You wouldn't be trying to put her off the idea, would you, Rev?
Actually, I'm hoping one of my ex-staff will be interested. She took maternity leave and decided not to come back. Her little girl's a preschooler now. I know she and her husband are hoping to have another baby, but nothing's happened, so she may yet be interested.
So, you haven't booked your flights or anything?
No, not yet. I'm still trying to decide on my route to New Zealand and back.
I
It
was
might be
wondering...
You first.
No, you first.
You know,
I insist, you first.
I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Guess it's down to me then. I was wondering if you might like to go out for supper sometime. I'm a good listener. You could use me as a travel sounding board if you like.
Yes, I would like that.
There you are, Anna. Ollie and I are leaving soon, and I need you to help me out of my dress, please.
Sure. See you later, Simon.
Yes? I'll wait here for you, and we can fix up that date.
Oh, I won't be long.
Lovely. We'll be back very soon. And thank you, Simon. You've gone from Elvis Impersonator to the vicar who married us in 1 week, and we're not even in Las Vegas. You really wouldn't read about it. Did I hear the word date?
Shh.
So you've asked her out then, you old smoothie?
Well, I had to psych myself up. I'm a bit out of practice with all that kind of thing, and I was worried she'd say no. I'm not good at coping with rejection.
Faint heart never won fair maid, as my granny used to say.
Did she?
Beautiful eyes.
What, your granny?
No, Anna.
Yes.
Another drink while you're waiting?
Yes, why not? I think I'll have something a little stronger this time.
Have you ever tried a porn star martini? It's one of my specialities.
Oh, it sounds disgraceful. Go on then. They've been a long time. They must have gone half an hour ago.
Here they are. Well, Libby anyway.
Oh, looking lovely in her going away outfit.
Thank you. Look, Simon, this is a little awkward, but Anna's gone home.
Oh.
She was feeling really tired, so I put her in a taxi. She asked me to apologise.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that.
Ollie and I are about to leave. Are you coming to see us off?
Yes. Yes, of course. I'll be there.
Bye, Chris. Thanks for looking after us so well.
You're very welcome. Be happy.
See you downstairs, Simon.
Sure.
You okay, Simon? I'm sure Anna has a good reason for going home. Don't think the worst.
Oh, yes. I'm sure she has. I mean, she's hardly eaten anything, and it's been a long day. She must be shattered. It would have been nice if she could have come and said good night, though. Still, no matter. Night, Chris.
Good night, Simon.
Hello, Granny and Grandpa. I thought you might like some flowers from Libby's wedding. You remember my friend Libby, don't you? She was the one who put me back together again after Luke left. There's some white peonies. I remember they were always your favourite, Granny. Oh, and Grandpa, these roses are such a lovely shade of pink, like the ones you used to grow along the garden wall. I do miss you both so much. I wish you were here now. Oh, look, I've made myself cry and I don't have a tissue. The thing is, I've met someone and I'm completely out of my depth. I don't know how to handle things. I planned to go travelling, mainly because I've been in such a rut and I wanted something to look forward to. But now, I'm worried that if I go, I'll lose him. And that's silly because I don't actually have him to lose in the first place. I think he likes me, and I know I like him, but it doesn't mean our relationship is going to happen, especially after I ran out on him last night just when he'd asked me out. He must think me so rude and silly, but I really had no choice. I know you fell in love with each other at first sight, but you were pretty exceptional. It wasn't like that for me and Luke. I guess I was bowled over because he was so gorgeous, especially in his uniform. He wanted a wife to help his promotion prospects, and I didn't want to be 30 and unmarried. Still, that's all water under the bridge. Simon isn't gorgeous, but he has a lovely smile. He's kind and sensitive, and he's had great sadness in his life too. How do I know if we could make each other happy? It's all such early days. I just don't know what to do. Anyway, thanks for listening. Enjoy the flowers. I love you.
Hello, Anna.
Simon, how long have you been standing there?
Oh, not long. Oh, you've been crying. Here, have my hanky.
Thank you. Sorry. I always get emotional when I visit Granny and Grandpa.
Oh, there's no need to apologise. Shall we walk together?
What are you doing here?
Well, it is my church, and it is Sunday.
Yes.
I was just doing some paperwork in the vestry after the service, and I saw you through the window. Well, I had remembered you saying you planned to put some flowers on your grandparents' grave. So I stayed behind, hoping I might see you.
Were you going to wait here all day to see if I turned up?
Well, perhaps just until it got dark. The gate gets locked then. Look, I can't help wondering if I did something to offend you last night. We seemed to be getting on so well, and then you...
Oh, no, you didn't do anything wrong. I was just tired, that's all.
Too tired to say goodnight?
Oh, Simon, I very much wanted to say goodnight to you, but I couldn't. I'll come clean. I went up to Libby's room to help her change, and my dress split all the way down one side. No. It had been threatening to do it all day. The thing is, with those dresses, there isn't room to wear much underneath, and that's why I had to go home. It's my own fault. I really am old enough to know better. The dress was just far too tight, and I was too proud to have it let out an inch or two. That's why I didn't eat anything. And why I didn't want to sit down. I'm glad you think it's funny. My dress is ruined and my pride is in tatters.
Oh, Anna, That's not why I'm laughing. Although it is a bit of a strange parallel, isn't it? My costume and your dress. Actually, I'm laughing out of relief. I thought you'd changed your mind and were trying to avoid me.
No, I wasn't.
Look, I've just finished for the day. If you don't have any plans for lunch, would you like to stay and have some with me?
Well, actually, I do have plans for lunch.
Oh. Oh.
But one
Well,
quick phone call and I can cancel them. It was only the usual Sunday lunch with my parents, and I can catch up with them tomorrow.
Well, if you're sure they won't be upset.
No, they'll be fine. Especially when I tell my mother that I'm having lunch with a vicar.
Now, it's only chicken salad. But one of my parishioners has presented me with an apple crumble this morning.
Ooh.
I'm fairly certain I can find some ice cream to go with it.
Sounds delicious. Do you often receive food parcels from your parishioners?
Oh, constantly. The matrons of the parish keep dropping hints with comments like, "You really need a wife, vicar. But in the meantime, have this victorious sandwich."
And you? Do you want to marry again?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. But just recently I've met someone who I think might help me make up my mind.
Luke and I were married for 14 years before he left me. I understand now how difficult it was for him living a lie. And at least in the last year we have managed to rekindle some kind of a friendship. However, I was convinced I would never be able to trust anyone again.
And now?
Now, I think there might be some hope.
Good. Well, we've arrived at the gate to the vicarage garden.
Oh! It's a kissing gate.
Yes. So it is. Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man in a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah. Well, my hands are shaky and my knees are weak. Can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think of when you have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up.